Hi everybody, Fred with Personal Time Outdoors. Well, I thought right now I would be in the Allegheny National Forest doing some backpacking. I'm burning some PTO days this week and I was going to use that as an opportunity to get out there, but the weather forecast for that area was just horrendous. So I decided that I would try someplace that I've never been before, and that's Zaleski State Park in Ohio. They've got a backpacking trail here that I've heard about. I've never been here. But the weather forecast for this area was much more agreeable as far as rain goes. I don't know about the heat. It's projected to be in the 90s tomorrow. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a 2-night trip. Unless the heat gets to be too much for me, then I'll cut that short and make it a 1-night trip. So we'll see how it goes. I'm probably not going to do a ton of hiking because of the heat. So I'm just going to kind of stay, I think, on the southern loop. There's 2 camping areas on the southern loop that I'm hoping to take advantage of. So we'll see. Hopefully the heat just doesn't get to be too much, and it'll be an enjoyable couple days. For this first part of the trail, I'm on a little side trail that's called the Olds Hollow Trail. And I did a little bit of research online before I came down here, and from what I could see, there was some interesting geology up this way, so I thought I would check it out. It's just kind of a detour off of the main backpacking trail, and it links back up with it. So it's not like I'm putting in a whole ton of extra mileage or anything by taking it, but I thought it'd be cool to check out, and hopefully it's worth the time. Man, I'm sweating already. Came across this old cemetery. I didn't know this was here. Pioneer Cemetery. The sign's over here, but the graves are over here. They are really old. I don't even think you could, well, maybe if I got up close to it I could read it, but it's definitely really worn away. Here's another grave marker here. It's kind of hard to see behind those weeds there. Here's one that's laying flat. So much moss on it, you can't even read it. Here's a couple more down here. This one, date of death is in 1869. Sarah M., I think is what it says. One more over here. Jones Gibson died something 1855 maybe? Interesting. Here's some of that geology that I was telling you about. Pretty interesting rock formations here. Looks like the trail goes down along that way. Some more of those rock formations off there in the woods. Pretty cool. So this trail, just like everybody says, is pretty hilly. Lots of ups and downs. But there are sections where you get a little bit of a reprieve and it's flat for a little bit. Let you recover. So compared to what we just went through last month in Colorado, not too bad. That was 4.5 hours nonstop uphill on the way in. So at least here, get a little bit of a break. But the heat is another thing. It is really hot and humid. And it's supposed to be worse tomorrow, so can hardly wait for that. The other thing is, A lot of mosquitoes. I sprayed myself down with insect repellent, but man, they were still just buzzing around my head nonstop. So that's not the best. A lot of interesting rocks in this section too. So I'd love to be filming more in this section, but my God, the mosquitoes are horrendous. I think it's probably because there's water by some of these rocks, and of course they are attracted to the water, so that's where you're going to find them. But I just can't stand still. I got to keep moving, or else they're like all over me. Been on this old road here for a while, and it's really nice and flat in this area. I am loving it. A lot of hills here. It's nice to just have a nice flat area for a while. I'm also making up a lot of time, moving a lot faster now, getting closer to campsite. Little baby snake. I can't tell you how glad I am to see that. Remember what I said about this trail having some nice flat areas where you could recover? Well, scrap that. That last section was a killer. It really wiped me out. I'm really glad to be up here now. So I haven't seen another person here all day, so I kind of think I might have this place to myself. Who would figure? Nobody wants to go backpacking in August when it's 90 degrees and super humid. Huh. Here we go. This is it. Put my tent right there, I think. Looks pretty flat. Whew. So I started the day with 2 liters, and that's all I have left. So I gotta go down to the water source. They have a water spigot at each of these campsites that has drinking water. So let's just hope it's not dry. Because if it's dry, I'm in trouble. Well, here's the moment of truth. Hallelujah. All right, I do not have the energy right now to set up my tent, so I'm just going to sit here, take a break. I'm refilled on water, and I'm eating my vegetables that Sherry cut up for me before she left. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to these vegetables. It's surprising to say, but they're going to taste awesome right now. Thanks again, honey. Well, I got the tent pitched, so feeling a little better after sitting down, taking a break, drinking some water, eating those vegetables. So finally starting to feel a little bit cooled down. I think I was a little bit overheated there. So we'll see. We'll get the rest of my stuff set up, and then I'll go ahead and start making some dinner, I guess. I brought the rest of my own dehydrated chili mac that I made a couple months ago. I wanted to get it out of my freezer already, so I'm going to use that up tonight. I am really hungry, so I'm sure it's going to taste good. So the rehydration process is kind of a two-step process. You put your boiling water in, let it set 10 minutes, and you mix it up. I kind of get down there in the corners. And then after that, I'm going to let it set another 10 minutes. Oh, I can already tell it's going to be good. All right, this should be done. Let's see how it came out. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like chili mac. Bag is still hot. Rehydrated nicely. It's really good. Stupid bee has been flying around. I guess he wants to try my chili mac. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out what I'm gonna do here tomorrow. I gotta be honest with you, the heat got to me a lot more than I thought it was going to. So trying to decide. Tomorrow, they're saying it's supposed to be even hotter. It's supposed to be in the mid 90s. And I'm starting to think that based on how it beat me up so much today, that might just be a little bit too much for another day of hiking and camping. So I don't know. I'll see how I feel in the morning, and if I'm not feeling it, I might just hike out and call it a trip. So I don't want to risk getting heat stroke or anything like that. So especially out here, there's nobody else around. So I want to have to be calling for help because I'm overheated or dehydrated or combination of the both. So like I said, I'll see how I'm feeling in the morning and I'll decide what I'm going to do at that point. Since everybody who backpacks this trail has to camp in one of 3 designated camping areas, as you can imagine, firewood is tough to come by. It's very picked clean around here. I guess if I wanted to venture off deeper into the woods, I could probably find some more, but the way that this camping area is kind of set up, you're kind of on a ridge, so there's a steep drop off into the woods on either side of the trail, and I really don't want to venture down into some kind of a gully and have to climb my way back out. So anyway, this is what I was able to scrounge up. It's not much. It might get me like a half-hour fire or something like that, which is fine. I'm pretty tired anyway, so I'm not going to be staying up late. So it'll be what it will be. So for whatever reason, the bugs aren't too bad here in the campsite. They were
really a nuisance on the trail. I mean, the mosquitoes were just constantly swarming around my head pretty much the entire hike. So I don't know why they're not here by the campsite, but I'm not complaining. The campfire I lit too is probably helping to keep some of them away. I can hear things buzzing around, but at least they're not bothering me, so that's good. So I've been sitting here thinking about the situation with the high temperatures, and the more I think about it, I think I am going to hike out of here tomorrow. I just looked at the weather forecast, and it's going to be up to 94 degrees, and I just can't imagine being out here with that kind of heat. That's going to be rough on me. I don't do real well with the heat, so I don't even know what I was thinking. I thought I would do better than I have done so far, but apparently I haven't. So in the morning, it looks like it's going to be in the 70s, which is obviously a lot better to hike in than in the 90s. So tomorrow morning, after I eat breakfast and pack up camp, I'm probably just going to hike on out and call it a trip. But at least I could say I've been to Zaleski. So as you can see, I am road walking out of here. It started storming just a little bit before 3 a.m. and it's been raining non-stop. It just pretty much kind of stopped within the last 15-20 minutes ago. So that's going on 5 hours of rain. So much for my avoiding the Alleghenies to avoid the rain. I still got rained on down here at Zaleski. But what are you going to do? It's just part of the deal. So I'm heading back to the car now. I am, like I said last night, I had already decided to call it a trip. I wasn't exactly planning on packing up in the rain, but you do what you got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this one up here because there's really nothing left for me to film. It's just going to be road walking back to the car. And I'm sure that's nothing you really want to see. So if you enjoyed this content, if you like backpacking and camping content, I'd really ask you if you could please consider to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build up a little more subscribers, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so I'm hoping that you find it somewhat entertaining as well. Also, if you could just click that thumbs up button if you like this video. That really helps a YouTuber out a lot, and I would appreciate it if you could do that. As usual, I'll put together some kind of a debrief video about this trip. It's not going to be too long. It'll probably be pretty basic, but it'll give you some idea of what I planned and how the trip actually went. So, thanks for watching and have a great day.